I joined the University of Johannesburg in 2013. In 2017, I became Deputy Vice Chancellor for the Research and Internationalization portfolio. And just around then, the new Vice Chancellor came in. Professor Marwala joined in January 2018. We were at the end of the first 5 years of our new strategy. And we said, what happens 5 years and beyond? The fourth industrial revolution was something that he had done a pitch on, and it was something very exciting for the university. But a university as large as we are in multiple disciplines, we immediately said that to what end do we want to contextualize within the fourth industrial revolution? And we said that we want to be transformative, we want to be transformational. And it was in that context then said, how do we actually bring a thematic angle of the fourth industrial revolution to ultimately make impact for society? The problems that we are trying to solve today can be best solved if we are able to use the optimal strengths that exist across different nations. In global, I like a little pun on it, which is local. Take the strengths locally, globalize it, learn from what is taking place in other parts of the world, and intertwine that with the research strengths that we have locally. You know, the world embraced the Sustainable Development Goals through the United Nations. How can we attain that? Second one is in the area of what we call in South Africa the triple challenges of poverty, inequality, and unemployment. If we are able to attain the Sustainable Development Goals, then we would have also solved these three problems. I say that, try and bring about some emphasis in terms of our local scenario in South Africa. The third area is that what do we do from an education point of view to build and bridge the gaps that I have mentioned, especially around the triple challenges. So the interconnected nature of the problems that we see means that we have to think in terms of a transdisciplinary approach. But I like to think of transdisciplinary as something slightly different, and what makes it different is where practitioners, people in government, they are brought in to augment the academic community in a university, and this group in congruence delivers the kind of education, they co-create the education. So there is the benefit to students where the real world kind of comes to the classroom. Some years ago, around about 2009, I moved into a program. It's called Engineering Projects in Community Service. It couples with non-governmental organizations, with the local government entities. University students and staff will go out, engage with the community, with a non-governmental partner, and will look at solving a problem. People from multiple disciplines will go together in that initial engagement. The kind of lenses that you take are different. And then with those lenses, you will see the same community problem differently. That helped us in making and embedding some of these solutions with the community rather than to or for the community. What is our role in trying to solve these triple challenges? We can only create so many jobs in the physical space, but what we add a virtual space on top of this? How many jobs can we then create in that space? And it became a national movement. The Vice Chancellor of the university, he then said, what do we actually do in terms of a country? And President Ramaphosa then appointed the Presidential Commission on the Fourth Industrial Revolution. The UJ story became a national agenda. And right now we are looking at the next phase beyond 2025. I think of it as SDG 4.0, which is where the leverage of digital transformation as one way to be able to accelerate our journey from an education point of view, but our journey to the SDGs still for the timeline 2030, to be much more ambitious and bold in what we want to attain.